Good evening, ducklings, duckling friends, and anyone else who wants to learn about Final Fantasy Randomizer. Time for Learn tonight. Tonight is the 202 class. It is Mage on a Stick. I'm DM Stewart 1981. Alongside me in the booth is our runner tonight, Jay Scheidel. How we doing tonight, Scheidel?
Quack, quack. We're ready. This is going to be fun.
It should be. It should be. I always like Mage on a Stick. I always enjoyed it.
Mage on a Stick makes for some really fun, puzzles. And what do you get? What can you have? Yeah, it's fun to watch.
So one of the keys in Mage on a Stick is that you actually have to look at the weapon itself to see what it actually is doing.
Yes.
Like you'll get a Maza, but it'll say like Ice 2 or something.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the times the names are changed. It's like, I just grabbed this sword. What is it? One of the good things, though, is if you got the stats on, you can kind of tell what it is whenever you pick up items. So it's really nice.
Well, why don't we go ahead and start looking at the flags themselves?
Let's look at some things here. One thing I noticed in my practice I did of this, you left on Long Topher.
Hey, so your actual broadcast to the broadcast booth is now showing the splash screen.
Hey, let's try that.
There we go. There we go. That works. That works better.
Yeah, Long Topher, 4 orbs required. It's a pretty easy, or pretty normal, sorry, setting here.
Yeah.
You left our stats pretty basic. 102% average.
Yeah. I tried to leave a lot of stuff. I tried to leave a lot of stuff pretty basic especially on the earlier week flags, because that's definitely definitely I want to be teaching. Here's how to do Mage on a Stick without a whole lot of extra stuff.
Right. Well, scrolling on down, 21 to 21 with the Maza and Ribbon incentivized. What's the thoughts here?
We actually have. This is actually the first flag set where we've had the Masa incentivized.
Yeah.
For Thief Week, we incentivized the Katana. For Fighter Week, we incentivized the X-Cal. And for Black Belt Week, we didn't incentivize any weapons because why do you need them? You have a punch cannon. So
some of the fun stuff.
there is one other thing to note on that incentive screen.
Yep.
Ice, Ordeals, Marsh, and Titans random.
All random. That makes my little Luke Goblin-y heart happy.
So we are starting to introduce a few little wrinkles.
Yep. And just for anyone who's coming in, random means that it can be in any of the chests in there. So you could go into Marsh Cave and it's in the very first chest you open. Or you could go into Marsh Cave and it's like the last chest you open. Now, one thing to note about Marsh specifically is it will not be in the Marsh locked unless this bottom one down here is checked. So it still will be in an available chest without the key. It will not go to that one.
Right. It will still be in a regular one of the unlocked Marsh chests, but it could be in any of them.
Correct. All right.
Other than that, it's the usual.
Me a little bit was some of this overworld change. It's not hard. It's not something that we're really too concerned about, but early open progression, pretty normal. Lefane River Dock. So I don't know if you guys have played with this one yet, DMS, if you've shown them, but the Lefane River Dock extends the river down so that you can get to Lefane without the airship. Might come in handy. Might be useful.
Could be very useful. No, we haven't done anything other than early and extended.
Yeah. And then with that, there's also the highway to ordeals. So the moment that you have that, you can also get over to Ordeals and to Mirage Tower from that river dock.
Yes. It was to open a couple extra options for some places you could get early checks.
Yep. So you got the ship, you got the canoe, and you're out at the inner sea. Check them out. All right, moving to the next one, maps and routing. Nothing too crazy that I see here.
We do have Bahamut's Horde on it.
Yep.
So all of those chests will be behind Bahamut.
Yeah. And we'll show it off probably later when we get there, but just in case you're curious, since Acardia Island is incentivized, it will also be the chest right behind Bahamut. That's that one.
If it's the
vanilla.
actual incentive chest, if it's the vanilla one, because it's randomized, it's random.
Hey, it was vanilla in the one that I did last night. I didn't think about that.
So there's a question in chat. If you have canoe, would the river north of Ordeals be faster than the highway? Depends on where you're coming from.
Right. Yeah, if you're going straight to Ordeals, no, go to that one. But if you are like trying to route in Lefane and Mirage and Ordeals, like you're already there. All right, let's look on down. We have a free bridge, which is pretty standard, but nothing else. I know there was a comment in chat earlier about some free other things. Just free bridge, but still nothing too crazy.
Yep.
We've got the basic improved stuff, but not our improved fire, ice, lit, and harm. I'd like to see those in Mage on a Stick, because sometimes you'll find like a lit spell, like a lit staff or whatnot, but it's not here. But life in battle is, and with Mage on a Stick, that does mean that a life sword or whatever can be used in battle. It's fun to see.
Yes.
Trying to go down and see if there's anything else here to really note.
We're still on Vanilla Warmac.
Yep.
So since it's Mage on a Stick.
Yep.
Since it's Mage on a Stick, the only mages you get are on sticks.
Yeah, there are no mages to have. However, you'll see a lot of mages.
There is something to go back up, I think.
Oh. Let me click back up here really quick.
Might be up one more. Yes. You notice there will be no black or white magic shops.
Oh, yes.
So even after promotion, you will still only get spells on sticks.
And we can spend just a little bit of time and show off what that looks, just so you can see it.
Exactly.
No alt fiends, no nothing crazy to worry about here. You've got your normal classes. You can promote if you want to. Thief lockpicking level 15. Interesting. But the big one here, 2 Blursings with innate magic bonus. I don't know if this one's been much on, but your characters can receive magic spells as part of their initial like Blursings. So it'd be fun to see something like telemagic or self-magic. It's always fun to kind of see these on, especially to help you with a little bit of traveling.
Yeah. Or like one of the elemental or elemental plus.
Probably not looking for those too much on Mage on a Stick, because you're going to get infinite casts of them anyway. It's more the warp and exit and stuff that you're not really going to find on a stick.
But if you don't find like a lit two or some kind of a sweeper on a stick early,
yeah,
it can be helpful.
But now for the flag that gives the flag set its name. All weapons cast spells. So every single weapon in the game will cast a spell if used as an item in battle. And we currently have it set on all spell list. So that means every valid spell is possible. You want a nuke stick? It might be out there. It might not be, but it might be. You want a fade stick? It might be out there. You want a lamp stick? Sure, take it.
You want a nuke stick? It might be in the Corneria shop.
Yeah.
I've seen
it. Get like 2 gold nuke sabers. It'd be fun. All right, but continue on. Blurst weapons that might come in handy depending on what our in-game goal is. Like if we want to promote and we find a katana or something. But if we find nuke sticks or fade sticks, I bet we're leaning into that.
Probably.
And then pretty much our normal game adjustments, and nothing experimental.
Yep. Yep.
Well, let's head on over and let's see what's going on here. Minimize a few things here. I have not opened this thing up yet, so we're all gonna be surprised together. Here we go. Hey, there's that telemagic.
There's that telemagic.
Vitality and agility. Buff magic and a little bit of resistance. I gotta take me a thief. Always gotta take me a thief for the run chances. But then for the rest, honestly, I'm kind of liking this maybe 3 fighter party.
I was like taking one of each, at least one of each.
We'll do this. Yeah, taking one of each is fine. I find that in these flag sets, I don't really lean into the black belt very much. And so, like, it's okay to have, but I'm not going to power level them. And so, by that time, you might as well just grab yourself a fighter and throw on some iron armor.
Valid. That's valid.
So, but something, like, personally I like on this, and I let you give a little bit on it, pretty much always go with 4 character members with this. Because if you do find that early nuke stick for sale, why only take 3 casts of nuke?
Yeah.
So I cannot really see any reasons to go less than 4. Maybe a 3-man if you're going to rely on swinging at the end, but meh.
Yes, as Franklin points out in chat, if you have a good spell, it's probably the best option to spam it.
Yeah. Like, maybe for some of the fiends at the end, we'll find the Smaza and maybe buff and attack a little bit with some of them, but it's going to be a good spell 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Well, are you ready with the button?
No, because I don't have the link for the tracker.
It is in Broadcast Room 1.
Oh.
We are professional, people. We are professional.
I am a trained professional idiot. Give me one moment to get that back up. Okay, I am ready when you are.
All good, all good. Give me a countdown and let's get the show on the road.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, let's first of all show off that black and white magic just doesn't exist. There is literally nothing here. So ignore them all. You don't need it where we're going. Hey,
Fade chucks!
You know how we talked about good stuff early?
Don't forget your hint giver.
Oh, who plays with hint givers on?
Duckling seeds. Floaters and Lefane. So that river dock is going to be relevant.
Yeah. I'll be coming back here later to grab some golds, but right now I just want to get a little bit of survivability on these guys, and chain +5 is going to do the job.
I was going to say, chain +5 is close to being endgame.
And mostly since I don't have money right now, I'm not going to worry about going and checking the shop. There might be an item over there, but I'll get it in a second. I also noticed a really, really, really quick encounter.
Yeah, like 3 steps in off the hard reset. Oh, good. You're playing with the best fun % flag.
Oh, always. Map derp, always. Okay. This may be slightly controversial, but I'm going to be a little bit more of a loot goblin. I've got those fade sticks, so I'm going to take it a little bit looser. But knowing that a nuke stick might be out there, knowing that something might be available, I'm going to check a lot of close chests. But this fade stick's going to be hard to beat.
You're not going to check the top 2?
It's a little bit further out of the way than I kind of want to go right now.
Okay. And that's a crystal
And the loot.
and a loot.
Or the air horn.
Yeah. Another good fun percent flag. Yeah, fade sticks mean we're not gonna loot
Yeah.
goblin as much.
Nothing
Cheap
too
houses.
crazy there. Pretty cheap houses. Fast on the resets.
Yes.
Bridge boss.
Bridge boss at 225.
Now, I usually wait to come and check Matoya till after, like when I'm on my way back, but we just got the crystal, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. If you've got the crystal coming out of Corneria, always check Matoya.
And these are some of those chests that I'm really close here.
Cure
We found a
force stick.
Yeah.
That is an adamant, and that's a good thing to find.
Also, I definitely remember that I grabbed 3 fighters with telemagic. I definitely remember that. Another reason to avoid the black belt in this seed. That is 6 pretty easy casts of warp and exit.
Yeah. Mulhound in chat points out it's the nuke imps that have popped me before that scare me. Yeah. Yeah.
It was still early. I had already put a save down. I'm willing to risk it a bit.
That can be an ugly one. I once had ambushing nuke ogres.
If you don't have a good sweeper by this point, I could see a chance of going over and checking the weapon shop just to see if there's anything here. But with a fade stick, Bicky's going down, so I can check that hint giver at the same time.
Yeah. That is a canoe.
Which poses an interesting question, but ooh. I'm probably going to play it just a little bit safer and go ahead and go back and turn in that adamant. But we could work our way down to Ice Cave. I've done stupider things than a low-level ice dive. Hey, we've already seen that.
I have also...
Being taunted in chat. All right. We're buying a little bit of meme stuff here. We'll see if it works later on. Confused sticks are always fun.
There was that Cure 4 dagger in there, too.
Yeah, I grabbed a second one.
Okay. I'm not
okay,
gonna...
Mecklin. I'm going to blame you.
I'm not going to say that... if you watched my Black Belt Week run last year, on last year's boot camp, you will recall that I made the super aggressive... Oh, zap on the arachnids.
All right, Danny did not roll this seed. That I will say.
If you watched my Black Belt Week run last year in the boot camp, you will recall that I did a super early ice dive that was ill-fated, let's say.
Well, the difference between there and now is I am looking for one item and then getting the heck out of Dodge. I'm not trying to grind anything, not going to stay there. We are going to jump down, and I have exit. So let's see what a low-level ice dive looks like with fade sticks.
I also didn't have fade sticks.
Run with the thief. He's got the best chance, but I wouldn't have minded a small white dragon. Yep, it's always the spider. Or the wolves.
Yeah.
Blame
Or
Oslotto.
wolves. Yeah, you can get Osloto wolves.
Alright, images, these things scare me just a little bit more, so run, run, fade, fade. Don't mind the extra level or two, but yeah. Favorite walking farm in ice? Don't know if I really take anything here on purpose that doesn't scare me.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a something in ice rolled nasty. Something in ice has rolled a bad script. You can guarantee it because there's enough stuff in here.
Alright, have you had a chance to show off the warp trick yet?
Uh, I don't believe so.
So, if you happen to have warp when you come into ice, and you jump down this hole right here, you can go ahead, use your cast of warp on the correct party member, and you will come back up on the hole that you just fell down. This is an easy way to check all 3 boxes of it without jumping into those 2 trap tiles that we might have just found. And for 10,000 experience, sure.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Now, something I could have done a little more efficiently that I always forget about is come over here and check this before you do the warp trick, because then you
Yeah.
warp back up and you've got it and go. But I found the item I needed, and it's time to get out of there.
Yeah, well done.
But yeah, if you use the warp trick after checking those 2 boxes, if you know you're checking those 2 boxes, it basically saves you having to refight that tile in case something's nasty there.
Um,
Whoop.
okay. Now, isn't your Twitch just Jay Scheidel?
Oh yeah. I also realized I still had OC Remix on, guys. Sorry. Switch over the music to Final Fantasy. I was hearing singing in the background, and this game doesn't have singing in it.
Are you gonna? Oh, you are gonna do an early volcano play.
We're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see what happens. I am here. I've got fade sticks, and I've got a fun little confuse. All right. But knowing that volcano is not incentivized, we're just gonna run. Armory would be
Yep.
a decent check, but I got fade sticks. Like, I'm looking for a nuke. I'm looking for a katana. I know that a Moz is incentivized. I got fade.
Yeah, there's not a whole and Cure 4.
Right. Like, if I could find a saber gauntlet or if I could find some sort of a ruse item, but there's still a decent chance I'm going to find one in a shop somewhere. Heh, there's a stun axe, so there also goes my if I need something to swing with.
Yeah.
So that looked like the light axe. Which, by the way, I'm checking these just because they're on the bottom. I'm not
And you
doing my
get free
encounter at
steps
all.
out.
This one gets me 1, but meh.
Okay, I noticed people don't use the right people give up steps on this floor all the time.
Instead of going down, over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down, over, down, over.
No. Instead of going up and only taking 1 step and going around on the lava.
I honestly never thought about going up.
Oh, it is faster to go direct, even with risking the extra encounter.
Okay, I see Agama. I have to take an Agama. We'll see what happens.
Yes, you got to take Agama. Do you have any Agama facts?
I do not have any Agama facts. I'm sorry.
That's worth asking.
Alright, let's see if we can get some lulls going on here. Puts out a dark, that's nothing to really think about. Confused.
Confused.
If you find a, like, cheap Confuse stick and you know you haven't beaten Carrie yet, try it.
Carrie
It's
does
worth
get
it.
confused, and
And Carrie is
that is
down.
Fire Orblet.
Yeah, we're going to make this a nice, clean, just single sweep of the Undersea here.
Maybe.
There's not much that can be, like, Herb coming back for it, but... Because we know where the floater is, so I'm going to go ahead and check out Canoe Sage over here. See if there's any more decent weapons to grab. Didn't do that one too perfectly, but we've said in the past, if you take river tiles, the getting on and getting off of river tiles is a free step. So if you just kind of do that zigzag pattern, it's kind of a free 3 or 4 steps there.
That's such a great quality of life flag.
Nothing good there.
The buy multiples.
Here I fire 3, but hey, we have nuke.
But I've
we
got
have
fade.
What does the sage give us? The key! Cool.
Which does give us Corneria locked. Hint giver. Hint giver.
Oh. Hint givers. Who needs hint givers where we're going? Me.
Why not take the EXPs there?
Because I just want to move.
Fair enough.
EXPs are
Fair
okay.
enough.
But
it's
they're
worth...
fine. Yeah.
It's worth asking.
Yeah. I'm at a higher enough level. Like, I'm at, what, 12, 13? They would probably still be okay for a time or two, but honestly, I'm probably going to get most of the levels I need just by running around. If I find an eye, if I find zombie Ds or something, I might stop on them for like 2 minutes.
That's fair. That's completely fair. Let's check our magic shop.
Oh yeah.
Wall sword.
No. I want to buy a Brack stick.
Oh, and a Brack stick, yeah.
I'm gonna buy 2 Brack sticks. And we'll buy the wall just in case we don't find anything for chaos at the end, but...
And Woo Bear says, don't need as many levels with a party of fighters either, really. Lots of HP sponge.
Yeah. The Ice 3 stick is worth it. I can agree. I'm just going to lean into Fade. There's no reason to be doing more menuing that you see me doing all the time. Exactly. Why Ice 3 when you can Fade? So, missing the herb to come back here later, but let's see what Marsh is going to bring me.
Yep. We're still missing herb and TNT for inner sea things. Oh!
Alright, sea spiders must fade. I'm going to call Fade Nuke by the end of the day. I know it, so just be ready. Go ahead and just drop a tent for the lulz.
Okay, go ahead and just drop a tent for the not dealing with spiders.
For the spider protection. Alright. It was kind of joked at earlier in chat, but with a... with a random marsh cave, you're going to see top plays more often than you usually do. There are 4 really quick bunched up chests here. And there's a chance it's not here. There's also a chance it is. And
There's a
if it's
chance
not,
it is.
yeah, if it's not and you don't find anything you like, that reset button is a lot easier to hit.
It's about 50-50. It's just shy of 50-50. 44.4%.
Hey, this is Twitch. We don't do math.
Yeah, dividing by 9's easy.
Nines were the things that gave me troubles. Okay, another little thing that might have talked about, might have not here. On this next floor is something called linked chests. So if I look up here, this chest, I could go in here to grab, or I can come down over here, and there are 2 chests in this room. One of these chests is linked with that top one there. I think it's this right one here where the ruby is.
I think it's that lower one, that right-hand one.
But instead of going into each of those rooms and grabbing it, you can just go in there and grab 2. Now, because I'm here, because I like Marsh, and I like making people shudder just a little bit, I'm going to check these others.
Yeah, I may as well at least loot Tetris Z.
I've got the... Ooh, okay, I'll take a red D. Yeah, and because I have exit, I don't mind getting out of here really easy.
Or as our neighbors in the north say, Tetris Z.
10,000 would be nice to have for later.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice to have in case
actual nukes
in case
show
you
up.
Or when you find the shop item.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to give Astos just a little bit of his due. And save before I go in.
He's got the bottle.
Because if I recall correctly, Astos had Zap in Vanilla.
Yes.
So...
Astos had Zap and... Wait, did? No.
Was it not? Okay.
No, it was Quad
I know
X.
it was something. Rub.
Rub. Thank you. It was Rub. Because it was single target.
Yeah. It's Rub. You're right. I remember it being an insta-kill.
Yeah, it was an insta-kill, but it was single target insta-kill. It wasn't... It wasn't
the full party.
Your whole party goes
that makes
away.
more sense.
That wouldn't have been fair at that level. Hooray!
The seed has been blessed. Let's move. Yep.
And we knew it had to be.
Well, there was still
oh wait, there's still Corneria.
There's still Corneria. But yeah, we were coming down to it being really close, or it being TNT or Herb.
Right.
But while we're here,
Tail still will have an impact on equipment, on being able to equip things. Like, for instance, if we had an XCal incentivized, or if he finds an XCal.
Or if we happen to find dragon armor, or something that we want to equip.
Yeah, if we find some of the really good armor.
And with enough of these places that I'm still checking, there's a decent chance we'll find something. There's the canal.
And this was, by the way, not random.
Go back in here. Let's grab some more hill pots. It's been a bit. Hey, let's not grab some more hill pots. Alright, we are out and we know where a floater is.
Yes, but we don't have a slab to get it.
You are correct, but we do have a ruby.
We do have a ruby.
Don't we? Yeah, we do. Okay. Whew. And Ruby is always nice because it's basically 2 checks for the price of 1.
As long, yeah,
As long as you have airship, yeah.
as long as you've got Titans incentivized, yes. All right. What's your plan from here? It's probably going to depend on what you do.
Yeah, it's a wing and a prayer. Ordeals is high on my priority list. So, getting over that way, checking it out while I still have ship and canoe. Ribbon, I'll take it.
That's a ribbon.
Yeah, Ordeals is up high on that list, and maybe, honestly, one of the last things I can do if there's nothing here. Because I can't get to the on-rack waterfall continent. I can't do anything with, yeah, wow, I can't do anything with Mirage Tower.
You may be able to get, you might be able to get Earth.
Yeah, Earth, and I've got the, well, speaking of which, hey.
That Now, see, I see that. My plan is immediately we're doing Earth.
My plan is, yeah, we're walking that way, and we are making this continent. We're gonna check it off.
Other than Slab. Other than Slab translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, proximity play, which I'm trying to get used to not doing in Worlds Collide.
Oh, yeah. I like proximity, and I like quadrants. So, once I'm done with the proximity on it, I go, is there anything else left in this area that I can hit? And which I know is proximity, but...
Isn't the Earth incentive randomized? No, it's vanilla.
Nope, the Earth is vanilla. Alright. I do believe I'm going to probably have someone yell at me later, because I think this is the slightly longer way to do that room.
Slightly longer way.
I get yelled at it every time, and I remember it every time after I turn.
I only remember it because when I was learning racing for the co-op a couple of summers ago,
yep,
my co-op partner kept getting after me about doing it the other way.
I think I still have a direct message from Falconic from like 4 years ago with a map. Which, by the way, all of us have our own superstitions. That chest, to me, always has something. The stick was nice, but I've gotten so many ribbons there or excals there.
Oh.
It's...
For me, it's the chest behind the earth tile here, Vampire's Closet.
Yeah. If you had better trap tiles on, I would have checked that one. But... You know what I said about crossing off this continent?
Really? We're doing that? We're doing it that way?
We're doing it that way. We've got a floater. Well, ish.
Well,
I will probably jump into Ordeals before it. I like trying to grab Ordeals with the ship canoe over.
Yeah, and that's actually a better way to get up to Lefane from here as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we did talk about that Lefane with the slab, didn't we?
Yes.
So, we'll get a show off that dock. Let you see what it's like.
Ooh, squint.
Oh, well. My poor thief. Oops.
Well, you still get the agility bonus.
Yep. And I would say it's just Lich, but watch Lich actually have something this time.
No, I mean, Lich might, but probably not going to see it.
Lich goes, "Look at me, I'm fast!" And I went, "What? Who? What? Slow down."
I'm fast. Or not.
I am noticing that the second run is slightly better. I might start burning 2. It's kind of a weird encounter spot.
Yeah, a little bit.
Hey!
Hey, life 2 stick.
We're gonna grab 2 of those just for fun.
Are you gonna stop at Elfland and heal up your...
Why?
Well, and res your thief? Oh, valid.
Now I probably should have taken that so I can actually get some fights in, but you know, we'll let RNG decide if he gets rezzed or not.
Okay, question in chat. Can you explain how to clock into that RNG pattern? Tips of ways to help you remember? A lot of people go by the music, by the background music.
That's what I was using. If you noticed after we left Earth there, I was quiet for 2 resets. Just trying to listen to it in the background, because I don't usually play with music very loud. But yeah, music all the way. And as a musician, I like to use the phrases of it. So I've got my checks on, okay, is it this far? Is it that far? But let me lock into our deals here a little bit, because I always... Yeah. I always forget this. Okay.
Well, and it is randomized, so... Not going to check that chest? You're not going to check the chest up there just in case it's the incentive?
It's linked in the top.
That's fair.
So, and I'm not really looking for a tile. I would only really check it if I'm looking for a grind tile.
Fair enough. Again, worth asking. Yeah. Worth asking. That's kind of what we're doing. Yes, it is linked in the 4-pack.
However,
if we... yeah, we've got an exit. We've got exit on the fighter.
Oh, whoops.
There is telling that you can fight a Woo Bear.
This tile again. Yeah, I've got exit on 3 fighters. Oh, whoops. I keep hitting this zombie dragon tile. I don't know why.
I mean, I have a theory. And it's that, and my theory is that 1400 experience XP per light warrior.
If it was still giving me a level, I might have taken it, but... There's the TNT. Cool. And I'm not really necessarily looking for any specific level. I'm kind of looking at what my health is like.
You had a lock 2 bonk there.
Yeah.
That could be useful. Which is probably the saber bonk.
Hey, low-key my favorite grind. I love Sarias. I don't know why. I know they're not the best, but I love them.
Well, with 2 of them being 2500 XP.
They are rare, but they're fun to see. So, the Lefane dock. We talked about it earlier, but if you come up here, In vanilla, this stops where the lake stops up there. So you can't actually get down here.
Hey, it's steak.
Sounds good. I'm getting hungry. It's tough steak. Well done.
I still use the old Team Steak sprites. But that's me. I like the old Team Steak.
Got enough tents. I'm gonna see if I can start burning off that second encounter. I'll forget. Especially in this long walk. Hey. You know what you forgot to remind me to do?
It's on the tracker as not having been translated.
Oh, looking at the tracker. We were joking before the stream. It's like I tend to use the tracker up until I leave the Inner Sea, and then completely forget about it.
I once looped myself twice in the same seed.
Oh no. The worst part is we even went to
We even went to Melmond
afterwards.
after getting the slab.
Yep. Because that was totally the plan, was to go there to check the weapon shop and then to go translate it before we did all that. Well, while we're here. So that's just a little bit in. Trying to get an idea on the boat encounters, even though I don't need it for much longer.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a discussion in chat about the best XP encounters. I is very good, not necessarily because it has the most XP, but because the reason it has a lot of XP in the vanilla game is that it has a dangerous script.
Right. Yeah, the eye is fun to see, but it's not always your best bet. Now, if it's easy and it's on a safe tile, all day long, every day. But depending on where it's at, there could be better.
Like in the vanilla spike tiles, sometimes it's better to do the agama than the eye.
Yeah.
Because it's safe
the off step grind. Well, and something that we're seeing here, I've got this really, really, really early encounter. I might even look for a sandworm grind.
Yeah. Yeah, you could even grind sandwiches.
Okay. Only because I saw it, I'm going to go up there and just go ahead and grab the tail out of the bottle.
Gaia Mountain Pass is not on.
You what?
Gaia Mountain Pass isn't on.
But it's a straight down shot from the airship.
It's a straight shot from the floater.
So we'll show that off a little bit too as we go. It's just a fun to know flag. Or not flag, fun to know map. As well as me knowing where to go in the map. Alright. Loader, let's hit this. We're going to do a little bit of cleanup and then see what we got. So yeah, as soon as you grab the floater, if you literally hold down, it'll land you right here in front of Gaia.
So Vaughn asks, Okay, Elf Prince has, that's going to be the Mazza.
That's gonna be the Mazza.
Today's focus, as Vaughn asks in chat, is Mage on a stick.
Item management, yes.
So yes, it's item management.
And I've now got the extra money that we're just gonna go ahead and buy some houses. We're gonna see if there's any last good things in weapons, and I'm getting ready to stop checking any of these shops because we're about done.
Invis
But
too.
I'm glad I didn't. So speaking of item management, I don't need this confused stick anymore. Don't care about an A-lit stick. Buy 2 of these just for kicks and giggles, and save that last one for the Mazza. Okay, we're gonna go up, we're gonna go grab this TNT, and then we're gonna go back down to Bahamut, promote, and get the item there, and let that determine where we go next. I'd like to see an Oxyale show up so I can go take care of Kraken.
All of Onrak continent, yeah.
But Rando will do what Rando do. This is probably going to be one of the last big treasure troves I also check. Might grab some greed chests here and there, but just like to see a katana or something pop up.
There was a pro ring.
The chime. Okay. That's done, that's done, that's done. Had to find my landmark. Go down here, get promotion, get Bahamut's Horde, see what's down, and let's go. Waterfall's currently next on my list, but of course we'll see what's back here. Never mind.
It is a queue.
Well, actually, that should mean that Waterfall... Nope, okay. Double check on that one. I saw stats on it and went, what is that? That, however... I'll get rid of a... What I really want to do there... Let's take some stuff around. Let's see what we can get here for equipment. Want my bottom guy to probably survive the most, which actually I just see the ribbon. We'll give that, and we'll call it good. I don't want to spend too much time.
Hello.
Hey, Krellin.
Hello, Krellin.
So it's the item shop I've not seen yet.
Yeah. There it is.
Which pretty much tells me now that, yeah, I think this has to be Oxyale.
Yeah, it has to be Oxyale, because we know that
We know that that's Mazza.
we know that that's the Mazza.
So we are in no mode.
Glad this seed ended up a lot less trolly than the than practice did.
Yeah, I sent him a breakdown of my practice seed last night. It was not fun. I mean, it was a lot of fun, but
I would have had a whole lot of fun commentating it.
It was a lesson in encounter manipulation. The first 4 encounters were really, really quick. Okay, there's some more whiz mummies here. We'll take these.
Well, and remember, the mummy has squint. The regular
Yeah.
mummy has squint.
We're caring about the XP right now. Like I said, I'm not really planning on grinding or anything. I'd like to get low 20s for that HP. I'm above the nuke range on everyone, so I'm not too scared, but... Those are Fade Chucks. They are amazing.
They are Fade Chucks.
However, that is the second pro ring. That's basically the seed telling me, hey, idiot, take this.
Yeah, yeah. Take that professional ring. You know warp will also get you out of there, right?
Yeah. I
Sure.
mentally have in my head that exit gets you out of the dungeon, warp takes you back. That is one floor back, so it does count. It's just while you're going.
Well, partially reminding you, partially also
Yep.
for the benefit of our ducklings.
Oh, okay, cool. Pretty much nothing else to worry about, so Kraken. Knock knock, let's go.
And thank you for the raid, Sweetie Bit Racing.
Hiya. Hey, Vaughn.
Not going to take the free step in front of that door?
I was looking at chat. This is why you don't interact with chat whenever you're racing. I know it's not a race, but... Blame Vaughn. Always blame Vaughn.
Okay, maybe it's from other seeds, but I puckered when I saw that pack of seed, when I saw that party.
My greed chests. And pedal to the metal. Here we go.
There is a free step in front of the door there.
Yeah. There's also a free chest you could grab inside of there if you're still looking for something. I might end up going ahead and putting on that light axe in a second, just so that my fighter can swing. But not finding a ruse stick, not finding saber gauntlet or anything, Fade is going to be my main damage dealer.
Well, Saber Bonk is lock 2 instead. Because
Okay.
we saw that.
Well, that's not as fun. Alright, we're going to respect Kraken just enough to heal up those ice 2s that I took.
Kraken is generally worth respecting.
We're gonna fade. We're gonna brack. We're gonna brack. We're gonna fade.
Cheeky brack strats are always an option against Kraken.
Oh, brack and bane all day long, especially if you have a stick.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially with the stick. Oh, Blizzard.
Not worried yet.
We have life 2 on a stick.
Slow down my menuing just a little bit so I can check what I'm doing. I should have done some fun stun. Kraken can be stunned, and it's amazing to see. Oh my.
Well, Kraken has some... Kraken's got jokes.
There we go.
It's just unlimited casts, Vaughn. So I doesn't have a touch ability. I has quad X in the vanilla game.
Mm-hmm.
And
which
opens with
it. Yeah. Instantly kill anything with less than 300 HP.
So the reason that I is dangerous is that it has a challenging script.
Mm-hmm. And at that point in the game, you're probably under 300 HP just naturally.
Yeah, unless you've done a whole blue stake, unless you've done a whole lot of grinding. Any enemy can have the on-touch ability, can have the touch abilities.
That's not a bad stake if I end up needing to come back.
That really isn't. And
Out
it's
of
easy to
curiosity,
get
what
to.
was my... And it was sandworms off the hard reset, so...
And sandwich off the hard reset, yeah.
We'll do some checking where we are at the end of this and see if we need them, but... If we have a Topher dive go bad on us, I know where
But
I'm
maybe
going.
you get a war chicken.
Yeah, if I get a word chicken, it's gonna see the backside. I'm running.
Oh, you're not gonna fade chucks? You're not gonna do fade chuck, fade chuck, fade chuck?
I feel confident in what I have in the tank to take on Topher.
Okay.
Which means that I should feel confident to take on Wormek. But there's something different. No. I'm a chicken.
And see, I'm on the opposite end of that. Is if I think I can take on Topher, I can take on War.
Yeah.
I can take on Wormek.
All right. Let's grab the last greed chests and see if it pays off. Sure. Do I have something I can drop? Harm 2.
And you know what? If I can't take the Wormek, maybe I do need to grind a little more before I go for Topher. And as Vaughn points out, it also gives some skill and script knowledge.
That would require me to remember anything apart from Cure 4.
Well, 2 nukes, 4 nuclears.
Well, let's just let the Bridge of Destiny decide, and nachos are worth it.
Yeah, more or less anything you run into on the Bridge of Destiny. Oh, slow too.
Learning to respect the nachos more than I used to.
That's 3 nukes. Oh, yeah, because it's 2 from Lich 2 and 1 from Chaos. Yes, we did have this discussion in week 1. It's 2 from Lich 2 and 1 from Chaos. And cheeky Brack strats, of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw an Invis 2 out just because Kraken was a little bit more annoying. But we'll probably only get one just to help it out.
It is good to have a refresh retro indie, Josh.
Oh yeah.
And cheeky Brack strats work.
He was a little more accepting there than Kraken was, than Bracken was.
Well, let's be fair. That is one of the bingo tiles. Is Bracken the Kraken? We like to have a lot of fun in this community, and one of the fun things that we do is a bingo tournament.
Mm-hmm. Bingo's fun. We need to have another one sometime. It's just the schedule's so hard.
It's hard to schedule.
Little side note here, since I knew that T-Rex was on the second encounter, and I knew a sandworm was the first one, I didn't reset out of them. I just went ahead and took them.
Yeah, because Sandwich and Blue Stake are great XP encounters.
Yep. I don't need the Brack stick anymore.
Yeah, so we don't really need the Brack stick anymore. Brack on the refights is not really it's not really a thing.
Okay, you're gonna get that. I'll give you the stun axe just so I have a secondary one. This is me just being slightly curious because I don't remember what anything is. Cool. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that, and we'll get out of here. And since I know Corneria doesn't have heal potions,
Yeah. And we know Elfland does.
well, I hoped Elfland did. I wasn't sure. It should have.
I remembered it did.
All right. Well, let's see what this Temple of Fiends brings us.
It is long toe for this flag set. I mean, Purple Worm.
We're at 5 hits. Okay. We're in the running time.
Yeah, for the most part. Yes, Vaughn points out great XP on worms.
And on the gas dragons.
And on the multiple gas Ds, but we also don't want to use a ton of resources.
Which, we've got Fade Sticks, so we're not using, like, spell resources. But if they whittle down some of my HP, I don't really have a good way to heal except for in battle.
Yeah. Yes, 3 gas Ds is a lot of XP.
Oh, yeah. A really...
Long toe for...
Yeah.
Jamera. That's another one that's a lot of XP.
Floor 3 Topher grinds are more worthwhile than you might think.
Yes, agreed. And now
especially
to Earth
if
Floor.
you encounter. Yeah. Gurmedusas, another one that has some decent XP there. I was hoping to kill them all off in one with the sweeper.
Yeah. Especially when there's a lot of them. And you don't have to worry about the stone touch that they usually have. When you see vanilla scripts in a flag set, be very afraid of Gurmedusas. Be very afraid of sorcerers.
Half?
Be very afraid of Lich 2.
And the first fade actually rolls up and deals it for half of its damage, or half of its health. You know you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we should have around 700 HP for this next one. I'm going to throw out a cautious invis, just because Carrie can do fun things when she gets a chance.
Yeah, Carry 2 can do some things.
I've had way too many seeds where Carrie has been the gatekeep. And it's just like, okay, throw just a little bit of respect at her, and then go.
Ooh, party platter.
Yeah.
Sorry, we refer to that. We in the community refer to that particular encounter as the seafood party platter.
Sure Shark and Big Eye is one of the best, I believe, XP tiles in the game.
Yeah, it is one of the better ones.
Oh, how do you know when it's optimal to throw a sweeper? I just saw that.
Yes.
Gut. For
Pretty
this,
much.
a lot of the times, like, I'm trying to do it if I know an encounter has something stupid, or if I think an encounter might have something that might, like, brack me or do something. Otherwise, run, sweeper is never a bad idea. Worst case scenarios, you'll kill all but one, and, get the FFR special.
I mean, this is true.
I know it's not coded. I have talked to enough of the devs to know. But I guarantee if you cast Nuke and everything but one dies, you are guaranteed
You
to
will run.
Speaking of
Oh,
Nuke,
there's one of the nukes. Speaking of nuke, and zap,
Honestly, not too shabby, all things considered.
all things considered, not bad. That was definitely a bit of a. Was definitely a little bit of a challenge, though.
Yeah, I still had plenty of HP after that nuke that I wasn't too worried. But if I would have seen it come out again, there would have been some pucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Woo Bear's got it. Unknown enemies, wolves, spiders, undead. Trying to think if there's anything else I just see and I get really cautious at.
Party platter.
Yeah.
Because chances are good something in there is rolled some sort of a unpleasant script.
So,
Ooh, say no to crack.
Yeah, knowing that Tia is still up, probably has less than 300 HP. Well, there we go. So let's go ahead and throw out a cheeky Quad X there and see what happens. I'm going to do a dumb and take a quick lap just to get this guy back up. Let's cast some Cure 4, get myself back up into a decent position. And then we'll do some running, since I can't cast life out of party, or out of battle.
I might. That was an iron goal. I might have actually taken that fight.
Probably should have. Yep. Always put your main damage dealer into the mythical slot 3, and here we go.
I've never known how to make the crit loop happen, but I know the crit loop happens in slot 3.
I've got it once or twice, and it's amazing to see. Okay, we got a stun. Beautiful. It's about...
You're not gonna swing the Mausa?
Let's test to see what it's like. Oh, I want to go back here, though, and cast some invis. We'll see what it looks like. Yep.
Oh,
nope.
Yeah.
Nope. We're fading.
Nope. We're fade. We're all in on mad. We're all in on fade.
Thank you, Knight or Ninja. You have completed your task. Yeah, and we're getting close to being done with Chaos. We're probably 75%. Unless he just really rolled up. There we go. Well, that was fun. I wish last night's run would have gone that well. But yeah, Vaughn with Mage Party sends her out a sweeper. Yep. White Mage, typically, if you've got a fade or something with it, all the time.
Or an improved harm in harm 3 or harm 4.
Yep. Or heck, I'll even just throw like black shirt on her or something and just go to town.
Yeah. So what would you suggest for the ducks for Mage on a stick?
Ugh. Okay. Like I said, it might be slightly controversial to some of the others, but I really do like looting just a little bit more. It's not quite oops all loose, but yeah, that's 64 out of 241 chests. And I would have opened up Armory, I would have opened up a little bit more if those Fade Sticks wouldn't have literally been the first thing I've seen. Because
there is a question in chat. Parties are in fact open for the taking as long as they're not mages.
I would say probably your blessings are going to dictate it. Most of the things are going to be about the same. Obviously, we know that the thief has some of the running bonuses. You'll probably want to grab one of those. Between fighter and black belt, I kind of said it earlier. I lean towards the fighter just because you can get the armor. You're not doing a dedicated grind. I don't plan on like taking the black belt to the moon. So hey, I found those iron whatever or those silvers, and we just go. He's also gonna get the better HP.
Yeah, those are
But you,
that's
yeah, you're relying on the mage on a stick. So there you go.
yeah, you're relying a lot on the spells you get on the sticks. So it's less of a deal to get your to take your fighter or your ninja or your
Yeah,
black belt to the moon.
yeah. Probably you're looking for low 20s, maybe mid 20s if you're feeling a little bit scared. I'm looking for can survive a nuke cast and whatever else might hit me the next turn. So I'm looking for that 500 HP realm. Just hey, you get a top roll nuke and then they decide to throw blizzard at you the second turn, before you get
Yeah,
your tier 4 off. I'm not really looking for two nuke survivabilities. Like if I get it, awesome, but back to back nuke is off. You could get a nuke and nuclear, you could get really unlucky, but more than likely you'll have a chance to recover after a nuke.
right. And if you get unlucky, so
Yeah,
is everyone else.
so is everyone else, and then don't worry about it. But yeah, lean into it a little bit. Really play with some of the spells. It's fun to see what some of the stuff can do. Like we always know that Brack, Bane, try him out on Kraken and Tia. If you see a zap stick early, oh my gosh, use that zap stick on everything on the intercontinent. You'll be
Yes.
surprised on how much that zap stick will just save your life and go. We showed off the confuse stick on Carry. I wish I would have showed off the stop helmet on or stop or hold whatever on Kraken, because like if you get that off, if you've got someone who's like, oh, I only found one fade stick this time, I don't know what to do. Try some of those extra spells. You might see something really fun and learn a strategy you haven't really thought of.
Yes. That's the best thing that's the best thing about Mage on a Stick is you can learn weaknesses you didn't know existed.
Vaughn, that's kind of a loaded question. I have really only seen it when Fizzle does it, and that man has more luck than I think the rest of us all combined. So I do know it's possible, and I have seen him pull it out way more times than I would think possible. So I'm going to uneducated say probably like a 10% chance. But it's enough of a chance that I try it.
It's more than 3 out of 256. We'll
Yeah.
put it that way.
I know we went into, I think it was Fall League Finals, and Fizzle was like, I have stop stick. I go take on Kraken, and all of us were just in chat yelling at him, and then the man lands it and beats Kraken at like level 5.
It- It's Fizzle.
I know, but stuff like that is fun, and that's what you see in these type of flag sets. And if you don't see that, you're that really lucky one who's getting a fade stick or a nuke stick early level, and then it's just fun because you're throwing nuke every round.
Yeah, I have seen a nuke stick land in Corneria shop on a
Yep.
Mage on a Stick flag set. I've seen maybe getting a level 2 sweeper
Hmm.
at Elfland.
But the moment you find your best spell, really just lean into it. Like keep checking some chests, especially if you don't have those top tier. If you don't have a nuke yet, if you don't have a fade yet, if you're still looking for something, like there's still a reason to check. The shops won't have the fire flame swords. The shops won't have the defense sword. Like there's things to continue looking for. But the moment you find that fade stick, the moment you find that nuke stick, the moment you find what you know is going to go on to the end, yeah, check your greed chest, see if you can find some ribbons or some good armor, and then just go.
Hey, look, this situation calls for a spreadsheet. Vaughn found a spreadsheet says 18%
Hey,
for stop
there
on
you go.
Kraken 1.
Basically a 1 in 5. 1 in 5 and whatever. We're not doing math.
Yeah, 1 in just over 5.
But hey, if you have your fourth party member who's literally standing around doing nothing, throw that stop down to him. Yep, carry is also fun. I think confuse is more susceptible or whatever on carry, and it's just more fun to watch carry punch herself with fire.
Hey, Carrie, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Oh, it's even more fun when you learn that confuse whenever they hit themselves, they're casting fire one. So like,
Oh, so if
yeah,
improved fire
yep,
is on,
confuse is better. But yeah, it's fun to see confuse carry, especially if you got someone standing around, or if you know you're going low. Like if you're going in at level sub 10, and you've got confuse or you've got a confuse stick with you, it might just be that thing that clinches it out, and you get an extra turn or three for free.
yeah. So so I would encourage you when the when Life Reboot puts up the async tomorrow, try some unorthodox
Mm-hmm.
strats. Try some crazy stuff. It might work.
Yeah, play around with some stuff, and like even if it's just on a practice seed that's not the actual async, like go on, play around with the different spells, see what works for it. You're looking for twos, you're looking for threes, and you're looking for like zap and those kind of things.
Well, Jay Scheidel, don't forget to send Dark Moon the link for this seed so he can
Oh,
put it up on the wiki.
you yelled at me right as I was about to close it. Good move.
Um, other than that, uh, you got any final thoughts?
No, this was fun. Thanks. We had a little bit of swaps going on behind the scenes here, but I'm glad I was able to do it. It's fun.
I'm glad you were too. Um, so we'll have another class on Sunday. We'll have the community race tomorrow. We'll have the next class on Sunday. We'll have class 103, which will be title redacted. We'll find out. You'll find out on Sunday.
Resist the urge to go into the Discord and check it out and spoil it. What?
Uh, it's not posted in the Discord.
Sorry, Chad. I tried. I tried.
Um, anyway, for all of us here at Final Fantasy Randomizer, for Jay Scheidel, who was restreaming tonight and running tonight, and also in the booth with me, I have been DM Stewart 1981. Good night, everybody.